Hello everyone. Tomorrow I'm taking 7 of my paintings to art gallery here in Glasgow, and honestly it feels a little bit unreal. The gallery called McGregor Fine Art. It's right in the city center. I actually used to sell my work there about 10 years ago or so, but then life happened as usual. I started my own business, got so busy, and slowly I just stopped painting. Simply wasn't enough time. And then in 2023, my mom passed away, and painting became something very different for me. It wasn't about creating something beautiful anymore. It was just the way to cope, the way to switch off, and even for a moment, kind of to escape. That's when I started painting again, mostly watercolors. They felt easy somehow, softer. I didn't show them to anyone. I just put them in a folder, in a drawer, and forgot about them. Then in 2024, I started YouTube channels. Yes, not just one, but 2. One of them is the art one, and one travel and everyday life. The art channel actually started growing quicker, and it really lifted my spirit. But again, work got in the way. And I stopped painting again for nearly 2 years. But my travel channel became my focus instead. It's like a video diary for me, sharing places, sharing my experience, even long journeys to some different destinations. Sometimes I thought, who even need my videos? But then people start watching, commenting, asking for more. And I realized maybe it does matter to someone. And recently I thought, I can't abandon this part of me anymore, this art channel and my paintings. So a couple of weeks ago we were in Glasgow filming, and I said to my husband, let's pop into McGregor Fine Art, say hello. I hadn't been there in years. I was really nervous. Let's be honest, when you don't show your work for a long time, you lose your confidence. But I spoke to Amanda, who was so lovely, and I showed her my work, my paintings. And while we were chatting, the owner came back from his lunch, and to my surprise, he recognized me. We had such a lovely conversation, and when I left, I just felt this real sense of euphoria. Maybe this is the beginning of a new chapter for me as an artist. They contacted me shortly after. We exchanged a few messages, a few emails, and they selected 6 of my work. But I was so happy, honestly, so inspired, that I decided to paint one more, a painting of Ashton Lane. And when I showed it to them, they loved it too. So now instead of 6 paintings, I'm taking 7 paintings to the art gallery. And I will show you them in a moment, just a little glimpse of each one. All of them are framed properly behind the glass, which is really important for watercolors. You also need a mount, so the paper that you painted on doesn't touch the glass. Otherwise, over time, it can damage the painting. And if you ever buy original art, try to keep it away from the direct sunlight, because the colors can fade even faster. So let me show you my paintings and how I prepare them for art gallery. And tomorrow we will take them to art gallery together. The first painting is a little shop front called Buttercup Moon. It's a children's clothing shop in Helensburgh. There is nothing really grand about this, nothing dramatic, but something about this building caught my eye. I was actually filming along the waterfront, and just across the road it was this building. You know that feeling when something just makes you stop for a second, and that's exactly what happened. I love painting buildings, especially ones with a bit of character, and this one felt really warm and inviting. This shop is still still open, still running, so if you ever find yourself in Helensburgh, you can pop in and have a wee browse. The next painting is another shop front. This one is Peckham's on Hyndland Road in Glasgow. Unfortunately, the shop itself doesn't exist anymore, but a lot of people still remember it. We were actually staying not far from there when I took the photo, and what really caught my attention was the little teddy bear in the window here. You can probably see him in the painting. I tried to capture it the best as I could, along with the postcards at the window. His story is quite interesting, actually. A woman placed him in a window, and she used to dress him up depending on the season. So winter, summer, spring, autumn, all different outfits. And over time, people started sending postcards and little gifts to her. Well, actually not to her, but to a bear. And at one point, a woman decided to remove this bear from the window. People started to complain, and they really missed him. So she brought him back, and as far as I know, he's still there. Looking out the street, smiling to everyone passing by. Well, at least that's how I imagine him. And I just love the buildings. Very traditional Glasgow architecture, full of character and a little stories like that. The next painting is probably one of the most recognizable symbols of Glasgow, the statue of Duke of Wellington, and of course with the famous traffic cone on his head. If you're not from Glasgow, this might look a bit strange, isn't it? But story goes back to around 1980, if I'm not mistaken, when someone, most likely a group of students, after a night out, placed a traffic cone on his head, on the statue's head, and instead of being removed permanently, it kept coming back again and again, over and over. And over time, it just became part of city's character, a kind of unofficial tradition and symbol of Glasgow's humor and personality. The city council has tried to removed it many times, but people always put it back. And now if you see this statue without a cone, it actually feels a bit wrong. So I had to paint it because it's instantly recognizable. You see it and you just think of Glasgow. So the next painting is a bit random, or maybe not, I don't know. I was just out for a walk, and when I noticed the building, and again, it was one of those moments when something just catches your eye. It's called Jordanhill House in Glasgow, but at that time I didn't even realize what it was. I just loved the look of it. The architecture, the light, the shadows. It was hanging on my wall at home, and only recently I posted a photo of myself with this painting. And then something completely unexpected happened. Rachel, hi Rachel if you're watching, who is the owner of this care home, so this is a care home, got in touch with me. One of her staff have seen my post on this channel, and she messaged me asking, is that Jordanhill House care home? And she loved the painting. She actually visits McGregor Fine Art often, so she said she's looking forward to seeing it in person. So I'm really excited about this one, and I hope she will love it when she sees it. What do you think about it, guys? I did change it slightly. There is other buildings next to it, but that's the beauty of being an artist. You can take a few liberties, isn't it? The next three paintings are from Ashton Lane in Glasgow, and the first one is Grosvenor Picture Theatre. I've actually been there a few times with my husband, so this one quite personal as well. And just to say, all of my paintings are done from my own photos, including this one as well. I think for a lot of people, Grosvenor holds so many memories, little moments, dates, evenings out, and I just wanted to capture that feeling. Maybe it will bring a smile to someone's face or remind them of a happy memory. This one is also from Ashton Lane in Glasgow. It was quite a busy day when I took the photo. I kept trying to capture the scene, but people were constantly walking through. So at first I thought maybe I don't want to include people, but then I changed my mind, and I'm glad I did, because actually that's what makes the place feel alive. And these two girls just walking through, this was something about the moment that felt really natural. So I decided to keep them in a painting. I called it Stroll in Ashton Lane, because they just stolen Ashton Lane. So what do you think? Do you like painting with people or without? And the last but not least, another painting of Ashton Lane in Glasgow. All of these photos actually been taken on the same day back in 2023. I remember that day quite well. This time I didn't include any people, although now I think maybe I should have. But I really wanted to focus on atmosphere, those lights hanging above the lane, and that cozy feeling you walk through there. Well, maybe next time I should back in the evening and capture it at night as well. I called this one Autumn in Ashton Lane. You can see some yellow trees in the background over there and some fallen leaves on a cobblestone, that little hint of autumn. And by the way, guys, have you ever been to Ashton Lane? So now I will show you how I prepare my paintings for the gallery. Important finishing steps. I will show you how I frame everything properly, how I finish the back of the frame as well. And one important thing besides your artwork, of course, is a certificate of authenticity. You can create your own, of course, but to be honest, you can also buy them online. It's very quick and easy. You can buy them from Amazon like I did. So this is what they look like. And I will show you exactly what I include in mine. And this is how the frame looks like before opening. If you are in the UK, you might know the shop called The Range, and they sell lots of different things from homeware to art supplies. And I found these frames there, they called Mason Antique frame, and it really caught my attention. And the best part of it, it's under £10, which is a great price. So it comes with glass and a mount, and it's almost ready to hang. You just need to attach the string at the back in here. I also use a tape. I bought mine from Amazon. I will show you in a moment what I do. So when you open the frame, before putting your painting in, just make sure everything is aligned properly and that your work sits nicely within the mount. I'd recommend using a microfiber cloth to gently wipe inside the glass. No liquid, please. Just a soft wipe, so you don't trap any dust inside. Then once everything is in place, turn over and apply this tape at the back. It's very strong and it really gives that clear professional finish. Don't forget to remove any warning labels from the back, because obviously you don't want them to show on your final piece. So now I'm attaching the string to the back of the picture frame, and I make it as tight as possible so the frame sits close to the wall and it doesn't move around. And then I take this strong craft paper tape and attach it along each side. You can see that I'm cutting a little piece of tape, so it fits neatly. And I repeat this same process 4 times, so the tape covers all the sides of the back of the frame. And once it's finished, you can already see how much more professional it looks. So that's the painting I've just finished sealing with the craft paper tape. And now I'm going to show you how I fill in my certificate of authenticity. This one is for different painting, Jordanhill house. So first goes the title of the artwork, then your name, then the dimension. And the dimensions should be the artwork itself. So the size of the paper or canvas you painted on, not the frame. I put mine in centimeters, but you can use whatever measurements you prefer. Then comes the date the painting was produced. I don't remember the exact date, but I know it was painted in 2024. Then you write the medium you used. In my case, it's watercolor and ink. And finally, you add your signature and the date. And that's pretty much what it looks like. As I showed you, this frame, unopened frame, it comes with these cardboard corner protections. They're basically little triangle pieces, as you can see, that protects the corner of the frame itself. And I actually kept them all because I'm going to reuse them when I transport the painting to the gallery. So for each painting, I will put these corners protectors back on, just to make sure the edges are safe. Then I will wrap everything in bubble wrap as well, so the frame are fully secure. I just wanted to make sure all of my paintings are protected and arrive safely at the gallery without any damage. So this is all corner protection. protectors, sorry. So that's how they look like. And what I will do is just will put them back on like that and we'll bubble wrap them. That's the back of the picture. And just when I thought I was fully prepared, I signed all my certificates and everything was ready for tomorrow. And then I realized I ran out of clear sleeves, so I checked everywhere at home and they're all gone. So now I came to the range and fingers crossed they've got them in stock, because there is no time for me to order anything online. I thought I was prepared, but clearly not 100%. And luckily, the shop actually had these sleeves in stock. I was trying to find them everywhere and even asked the assistants. And apparently, they're called clear plastic card bags. So I bought 2 different sizes, and thankfully, the smaller size fits perfectly. And I just wanted to show you how many art materials they actually have there. I bought quite a few things from the range before, and I've been really pleased with the quality. Maybe it's not professional level materials for every artist, but for students, beginners, or just everyday practice, it's absolutely perfect. And the prices are great as well. They sell so many different materials: paints, pencils, inks, modeling paste, acrylics, canvases in all sorts of different shapes and sizes, and lots of different paper too. So in my opinion, artists and people who enjoy crafts are really spoiled for choice here. Bingo, success! I've just picked up 2 different sizes of clear plastic card bags because I wasn't sure what fits better. And for 2 packs, 50 cards, 50 sleeves each, so 100 in total. It's only cost me £3.24, which is a really good deal. So problem solved and I'm saved. Woohoo! And I cannot believe it's a perfect fit. So after I put the certificate into the clear plastic bag, I just taped it into the back of the frame with some clear tape. Then I put the protective cardboard corners back on and wrapped the whole frame in clear film. After that, I added bubble wrap over the top, just to make sure everything was nice and secure. And by the end of it, all of my paintings were packed up safely and properly protected for the journey to the art gallery. And we are off to the art gallery, so excited about it. Woo! And here we are. All of my 7 paintings are waiting to be hung on walls of McGregor Fine Art. So if you're in the city centre of Glasgow, definitely pop in and have a wee browse. You might find the piece that really speaks to you. And honestly, don't feel intimidated by art galleries. There are actually artworks and handmade pieces available for all sorts of budgets. And I think visiting galleries really opens your mind and gives you inspiration, even if you are just looking around. And now I'm walking through the streets of Glasgow, already looking for my next painting inspiration. Maybe another little cityscape. There are so many beautiful buildings here that I think I could spend the rest of my life painting Glasgow and still never run out of ideas. And look at these murals. Glasgow is full of them. I just love that artistic way of bringing art into the buildings and into everyday life. And at the end of the day, we popped into the pub for a little drink and small celebration, because that's what life is really about sometimes, appreciating the little achievements and small moments along the way. I think we deserve a little drink. Cheers. For success. I actually always get non-alcoholic cider, but this time I decided I quite like the sound of wild berries, so this one with alcohol. Naughty. Cheers, everyone. That's tastes nice. So I don't know where we are. O'Neill's. And they do meal deals as well, from £8.95 meal deals, which is quite good, eh? So that's a little menu here. It's a lovely place, eh? I've never been here before though.
Elena, you have been here?
No, I haven't.
Do you remember cutting through the wee marker?
I mean, right here. In this pub, we haven't been here.
Yeah, obviously not right here.
No.
But we have been in here.
In Merchant Square.
Yeah.
And many people don't know, actually, just across the road from Merchant Square, there is a police museum. And the entry is free. Oh, it's raining. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. See you in the next one. Bye for now.